Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ren Gaming, which is probably 9 years, 8 years since I last said that, 7 years. It's been a very long time. You have to excuse me. I'm currently at work. Yeah, I dropped out of the scene for a while. Children came along, lost my office, didn't really have room to carry on with the tech testing, reviews, and the likes. However, I've recently started looking around again. I've still got my PCs, and obviously they're woefully underpowered for today's games and games on the market. So I was really excited to hear about the new Nvidia cards, and I've been tracking them as you do, and in the hope that the stars will align and I'll be able to afford one. Um, well, that does now seem to have been completely shot down by the prices that Nvidia are asking for these cards. I understand why the five or the 5090 is £2,000 if you can get it for that. It's the tech, the 32 gig of VRAM, etc. 580 would have probably been a sensible choice, but £1,000 MSRP, but selling for far more than that. So then, of course, the 5070 Ti's, which should slot into the gamer market. This is what we use as gamers, everyday gamers. I know previously I've already run the 800 series, the 980s. It was the last card I bought was a 980. But I mean that was 500 quid, and the 5070 Ti coming in, well, what should be 750-ish in the UK. I did see a couple. I think Scan and Overclockers had them for around that price for about a second. But most of the cards were far more than that, up over £1,000. And of course, when you start to look at up over £1,000, you start getting into 580 territory. So it seems very strange what Nvidia have done. It feels almost to me, and I'm sure other people would agree that they're holding back just to sell these things for a higher price, and I don't think that's really a very good business practice. I understand they've got the shareholders want money and all the rest, but you're turning your back on the people that made you, really, and that was us gamers. And I understand you earn far more from your AI and all the rest of it, but gaming should be an accessible experience. It should be something where you can go, I want a gaming PC. I've got my console. I really enjoy that. However, I want something I can use for things other than gaming, and at better resolution if you can afford the various components. But I mean, with these pricings, it's like it is no longer an everyday thing that everyday people can do. Certainly, I will struggle to be able to afford to build a new PC as things stand. I can do it, but do I really want to spend £1,000 on a mid-series graphics card? No, I don't, to be honest. Anyway, and then of course the 5090s catching fire, missing ROPs, and then we found missing ROPs on the 5080s, the 5070 Ti's. I know Nvidia have now come out and said there are issues with, I think it's 0.1% of the cards. But to be honest, there is a few around, and there wasn't many sold because there wasn't many to be bought. So I'm thinking that figure may be slightly higher, and that would be interesting to keep an eye on over the next couple of weeks. Check Power Up actually have got some good reports and some good information in there, and I'll link everything below this. So that brings us to AMD, and AMD have been I wouldn't say they've been quiet, but there's been lots of leaks regarding the 90, 70 and the XTs, and but I think until we actually know what they're running, what benchmarks they're running, and how they're running them, and if the drivers are final and stuff, it's really too early to tell. But I mean, early indications look like they will be either neck and neck with the 5070 Ti, or slightly above. And if AMD price them at a sensible price point, I mean, let's not be doing 750 quid for an entry level card. AMD, you've got a chance here. You've got a great chance to shit all over Nvidia, excuse my language, but you've got a great chance to jump in, take that share of the market from Nvidia, who clearly have got other things on their mind. You know, it's probably the worst launch, I think, of any graphics card that I can remember looking at previously. I think that'll probably wrap up the graphics card news. I am going to be back on. I am currently using my phone as a camera. I've still got some equipment laying around, but I'll probably, if I can get permission for the build, I will obviously film that and get that up. But probably be looking at an AMD chipset this time. But I'm waiting on Gigabyte's new Rear Connect motherboards. I know they've already got one, but I would like to see what the new chipset version of the board is before I make any final decision on that. It's a lot of money, so I want to make sure it's right. Anyway, I'm not sure if anyone at all is going to see this, but I hope you've all been alright over the last few years since I've been madly parenting. I think you could call it parenting, maybe not parenting, but I hope you're all well, as I say, and hopefully I'll see you all very, very soon.